What papers do I need to file to begin a divorce process in the state of Oklahoma? I'm also Attorney James Worth, and that's the question that we have. Well, first off, you're probably going to want help doing that. You're not required to have help. You're not required to have an attorney. You're not required to have a drafting service. But if you're asking that question as far as what to file and you're not using an attorney or a drafting service, this could be a very difficult process for you. So you should certainly consider getting help, getting legal advice. But to answer your general question, what do you need to file in the state of Oklahoma? Well, there's a few things to start the process. The main thing, obviously, is a petition for dissolution of marriage. That's what opens up the case, establishes the court's jurisdiction where you're requesting the divorce. As part of that process, you're going to need to file a cover sheet because the courts require a cover sheet when you're filing that has certain information on it. Then you're going to want to get a summons, and the summons, if it's a divorce in Oklahoma, needs to have the automatic temporary injunction information included with it. So you need a summons with the ATI information. That is what you serve along with the petition on the other party to require them to file an answer to the court within 20 days. If they don't, you can default them. If they do, then you go through the process of litigation. Another thing, not required to have, but you're probably going to want to have an application for temporary orders. It takes a long time to get a divorce in Oklahoma, but you've got a lot of things going on while the divorce is pending. You know, who's got custody, visitation, who's paying child support, who's paying on what debts, who's got possession of what assets. These are all issues that are up in the air during a divorce process, and it takes a long time to get the final order to decide those things. So you're probably going to want to get in on a temporary order so you've got an order while the divorce is pending. So file that application for temporary order. Another thing, not filed with the court and not immediately at the front, but after that, you want to talk about doing discovery. Do you want to send out interrogatories, requests for production, requests for admissions? Do you want depositions? After that, you may want to look at scheduling mediation. But I think that answers, for the most part, your questions of what needs to be filed. If you want help doing so, then you're probably going to want to have an attorney. Another option, if there's an agreement, is a drafting service may work for you. It's cheaper. If there's not an agreement, drafting services, from what I've witnessed, are not that helpful because you're going to want to be able to be nimble with your drafting as circumstances change if there's not an agreement, and that can be complicated if you're using a drafting service as opposed to an attorney. But if you've got any more questions about this on how to do it on your own or how to do it with a lawyer, you can call me. You can go online to makelawEasy.com to get that information or to schedule an appointment. You can submit a form on there. Again, that address is makelawEasy.com.